Today's recap could go down as the greatest recap in the history of this channel. The only other recap I can think of is last year's Arson Judge video when it was reported that Arson Judge, he was going to the Giants, but not only was the tweet wrong, like he spelt it wrong, but that was wrong entirely. He went back to the Yankees. We also have breaking trades. Tyler O'Neill of the Cardinals. He's not a Cardinal anymore. He has officially been traded, and also Ohtani's former teammate David Fletcher, he's on the move as well. So again, so much to talk about today. Make sure you guys watch all the way until the end, and do me a favor, leave a like and subscribe because we're so close to 500,000 subscribers. All right, let's talk about the flight of Shohei. Now, just in case you guys have no idea what I'm talking about, yesterday it was reported that Shohei Ohtani was en route to Toronto. So what happened the day before yesterday, Redditors found a private plane that popped up out of nowhere, and it was en route from the Anaheim area to Toronto. Then after that, it was reported that Yusei Kikuchi booked out an entire sushi restaurant near Rogers Center, which is where the Blue Jays play. So when you have a private plane going to Toronto, Yusei, he books out an entire restaurant, and Yusei and Shohei Ohtani are friends. And then you get Jon Morosi, who is an MLB reporter. He works for MLB Network, confirming that Ohtani was en route. The baseball community collectively agreed that the Dodgers lost out, maybe because of Dave Roberts, but again, for a few moments, Ohtani, he was a Blue Jay. Everyone was tracking that private plane from California to Toronto, and then eventually it landed, and it was not Ohtani in the plane. My friend Jordan Ciccelli on Twitter, if I botched your last name, I'm so sorry, but she was DM'd this photo right here. This was the person who came out of that private plane. It's not Shohei Ohtani, that's Robert from Shark Tank. And the best part about this is that Robert actually caught wind that everyone thought he was Shohei Ohtani, and he played along with it. He put out a meme on his Instagram basically saying that he was the next Shohei Ohtani. I thought that was so hilarious. And the irony of this, a couple days ago, Ken Rosenthal, the MLB reporter, he was basically complaining that Shohei Ohtani keeping his free agency a secret is bad for baseball. And now you wonder why he keeps it a secret, because you had 8,000 to 13,000 people stalking a plane that Ohtani was not on. That's why Ohtani's keeping it secret. And MLB reporters, they're just complaining because they can't use his name for clickbait. I mean, I can because I make YouTube videos on rumors, but as a reporter, you got to get it right. And Jon Morosi, he got it so wrong. I mean, this was awful. Now, I will give Jon Morosi some credit because he did come out with a tweet later basically apologizing and recanting his tweet that Ohtani was en route to Toronto, because it came out that Ohtani, he was just chilling at home in California. So he was never on a plane. So I want you guys to let me know in the comments before we talk about these trades, what do you think is going to live on forever in kind of the baseball meme community? Do you think that Arson Judge is going to be known forever, or the flight of Shohei? Again, I was locked in. I thought that Shohei was for sure a Blue Jay. And what's crazy is I like Robert from Shark Tank. He's one of my favorites, so it was hilarious. So let's go ahead and talk about this Tyler O'Neill trade, because Cardinals fans, the majority of them, they are so upset right now at John Mozeliak, the GM who made this trade. The Cardinals got right-handers Nick Robertson and Victor Santos in exchange for Tyler O'Neill. That's it. I'm a Guardians fan. I've been coming up with mock trades that involved Shane Bieber and Tyler O'Neill. The Cardinals got nothing in return, like 2 pretzels and belly button lint for Tyler O'Neill. So Tyler O'Neill is going to the Red Sox. He's basically the Alex Verdugo replacement. And in exchange, the Cardinals, they're getting Victor Santos and Nick Robertson. Let's talk about Victor Santos first, because I have no idea who this is. So he did not actually play in the minors last year. He was in the Dominican Winter League. I don't know if he was injured or something like that, but the last time that we saw Victor Santos, he was in AAA. He had a 4.95 ERA, but the thing is, he has pretty good command. So a lot of people are saying that maybe he could be a project for the Cardinals, and the Cardinals, they need pitching. So the fact that he's going on 24 years old, maybe he can sneak into the back end of that rotation if Lance Lynn or Kyle Gibson absolutely suck. So yeah, Victor Santos, he's the first pitcher traded to the Cardinals, and the second is Nick Robertson, who has a career 6.04 ERA. Now, he does have 26 strikeouts in 22 innings, and that's because he actually legitimately does have nasty stuff. It's the fact that he walks a lot of guys and he's prone to the home run ball, but he does have good stuff. I don't know if that really means anything if you can't get anyone out with it. So if I just told you that Victor Santos and Nick Robertson were involved in a trade for an outfielder, you probably would have thought the outfielder was someone like Miles Straw. No, the Boston Red Sox somehow pulled off a Tyler O'Neill for Nick Robertson and Victor Santos trade. What? As a Guardians fan, I could not be more annoyed because they didn't really give up anything. And even Mariners fans are thinking, what are we doing? He could have replaced Jared Kelenic for almost nothing. Now, I do want to give some context. Tyler O'Neill's stock has really fallen since 2021 when he broke out for a 148 OPS plus from the beginning of 2022 to last season, the 168 games. So he's missed quite a few games due to injury. He has 23 home runs and a 97 OPS plus over those 168 games, which is still pretty solid production when you factor in the 19 stolen bases and pretty good defense. A lot of people get upset when I call Tyler O'Neill a former superstar, but he played like one in 2021. I mean, the dude had 34 home runs, 15 stolen bases, a 148 OPS plus, and he won a Gold Glove. That is superstar production. I'm not saying that he's currently a superstar. Formerly played like a superstar. And the numbers don't lie. He had a 6.1 wins above replacement in 138 games. That is insane production. So if you're a fan of the Mariners or the Guardians or any other team that might have been in the running for Tyler O'Neill, what do you make of this trade? He's going to the Boston Red Sox. He is the Verdugo replacement. And in exchange, all the Cardinals got back in return is Nick Robertson and Victor Santos. I feel like that's not a lot. Another trade we have to talk about, the Braves have acquired Angels or former Angels players Max Stassi and David Fletcher. Fletch God is no more in Anaheim. In return, the Angels are getting Evan White, who just got traded from the Mariners to the Braves. Now he's going from the Braves to the Angels, so he's flying all over the place. And then also, the Angels got a lefty reliever in Tyler Thomas. Now, unfortunately, David Fletcher is in a small group of players who really just kind of tricked us because of that 2020 shortened season. He broke out for a 319 batting average and a 120 OPS plus, so everyone thought that he was going to be really good, almost like when Zach Plesac broke out in 2020, Dylan Bundy broke out in 2020, but yeah, they were just good for a stretch, and they haven't been able to duplicate any success. Over the last 3 seasons, from 2021 to 2023, David Fletcher has put up a paltry 259 batting average and a 71 OPS plus. He's been one of the most pathetic hitters in baseball since he broke out in 2020. So again, the shortened season kind of lied to us. Now, Max Stassi did miss the entirety of 2023, but from 2020 to 2022, Max Stassi had a 302 on base percentage and an 89 OPS plus. That's not terrible for a backup catcher to Sean Murphy. We've talked about Evan White before. He won a Gold Glove back in the 2020 season, but in that 2020 season, he hit 176. Then in 2021, he hit 144. He has not been able to sniff the big league since that point. So he's basically been a nothing burger with the Mariners. He was traded to the Braves, and now he's on the Angels. I wonder if he's going to be a platoon guy at first base because, again, he won a Gold Glove. He's pretty slick defensively. He's an athlete. He's pretty fast for a first baseman, but offensively, a 52 OPS plus for his career, that's terrible. Now, the other player going to the Angels with Evan White is lefty reliever Tyler Thomas, I think. Yeah, Tyler Thomas. He's 27 going on 28 years old. He was very bad when he got recalled to AAA. He was pretty good in AA. He had a .79 ERA with 30 strikeouts in 22 innings at AA. So he does have some nasty stuff, but when he was called up to AAA, the strikeouts, they kind of vanished. He was allowing runs left and right because he was walking almost everyone. 8 walks in 12 innings. I mean, David Fletcher and Max Stassi, they're not part of the picture anymore because Luis Rengifo and Logan O'Hoppe, they're much better. So that does it for today's recap. Let me know in the comments, what did you think of the flight of Shohei that never happened? Tyler O'Neill, he's on the Red Sox, and also Evan White, he has been moved again for David Fletcher and Max Stassi of the Angels. So yeah, I want to see some comments flowing.